Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda. Welcome back. It's Monday morning. I apologize. The video is a bit later today. It's been a very busy weekend, as you know. Before we get started, I just want to convey my thanks and my gratitude to all of you who have sent messages, emailed, phoned about the passing of my stepson. It's been a very busy weekend, and so I thought I would get in the craft room this morning anyway and just do a quick video making these little journal covers. But I just wanted to say thank you, and I can't tell you how touched we are in regards to your prayers and your love and your care, and I just can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that and appreciate you, and Tom appreciates it as well. So okay, let's get started. So hopefully you're not too tired about using junk mail envelopes, because I have some left, and I put together this journal cover. It's just with 2 envelopes. It is very sturdy after getting the paper on it, and I've just collaged. I have bits of paper from a couple of kits that I had from Daisy Journal Co. from Robin's kits, and this is what I've been using, just trying to use it up, and they're just leftover pieces that I have that I thought we could just make a couple of these. And I didn't add the signature, of course. Like, I just want to show you how I do the covers and that they are so sturdy. And this one did start out as pockets at the top, but then I closed them off because something inside it was just sticking. So what I'm going to do is, in the next one, I'm going to just trim the sides down for a nice long tag inside the front and back. I just like that idea, and I just added a pocket on the inside of this one. And then I had received these, they're called eucalyptus plants. Like, just, there's leaves, and there's a whole bunch in there, and some different leaves, and these are the eucalyptus, and then there's one of flowers. So I used some of them. I just got these yesterday from Amazon. I'm just gonna, let me just pop this here and I'll show, I don't know if the number makes any difference, but yeah, it just says Noga Moga stickers, eucalyptus -CA. That's what it says. But I just punched in large flower stickers is what I put in to the search bar, and then that's what came up, and these were exactly what I was looking for. So I added some there, and then I put one of the eucalyptus on the front. Okay, so let's just make a couple. I have some junk mail envelopes, and I'm going to make about 3 of them, because they're going to end up being either a giveaway or happy mail, because you know how much I enjoy doing both. So I coffee dyed these yesterday, and it was a really nice day, so I put them outside and dried them, which was so fun to do. And then they don't take very long. The sun is still warm. It's not hot like it had been, but so all I'm gonna do is what we normally do, and I'm just going to tuck it in, and then I'm going to glue it. But I always try to make sure it's even, but I wonder, usually I add them together before I put the paper in there, but maybe I'm going to do it before, and that's just for convenience sake, to make it a little easier to get in there. Let's see what that's like. So I hope you have all had a wonderful weekend. We have had company all weekend, and Christy, my stepdaughter, she came and visited yesterday with her friend, and they stayed for a while and had supper with us, which was so good. I could probably just tear it, but I'm just going to just have to figure out, oh, that's the top. All right, it's probably too short. Yep. So when that happens, like, that's a very pretty color in there, and there's just a little bit left at the top there. So I have these strips, and they're like faux washi tapes, and they're all on a sheet. But I can just take one and put it in there as well, and then it can just be, if you can see that, I hope it'll just go in there. Sorry if there's a glare. Let me, and I'm going to glue it at the back, and that way the window, whatever you put into the side, you can still see through the window. So I'm just going to lay it down like that, and then that's there. And then I'll do the same. Oh, there's a pretty butterfly here. Let's just see that. It's very pale though. No, I like the other side better. There's a lot more color. It's a little more vibrant. Anyway. And I lost the pin for my glue, so I've had to use another one that says, yes, it's stainless steel. No, it isn't. It isn't stainless steel at all. Just had to make sure I had it where it isn't upside down. There we go. That's better. And there's a little bit of white there, but it's okay because your top paper will go over it and it'll cover. Right, so let's do this one, and I just have the farmhouse, or oh, maybe it's a shed of some sort. We'll get that. Oh, there we go. And I didn't coffee dye anything. I just, come on, get in there. Can't really see it, so I'm gonna take a little bit off this side here. I'd like to see the house in there amongst all those flowers. There we go. You see that? It's just cute. There's a bit of a shadow in here, so hopefully you can see that all right. All right, I wonder if I put the glue on this way, if I get right to the corners and in between there, see if that'll work. It's going to open at the side anyway. So let me do that first. Yep, it's good. And then grab one of these ones and be just like that inside. Then you don't have to fuss with all the little white ends. It's orientate myself to where it goes. There, that looks better. Okay, and then so there's the windows. All right, and then I'm just going to glue this flap inside here, and I'm just excuse me, I'm gonna just put it there, make it even best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, right? And then I'm going to, yeah, you won't see it there. And then I'm just going to glue the flaps down, and I'll try and get where the little ends are. Woo! So much for that. Okay, let's just do this. All right. Make sure I don't do it upside down. You know what? I think I may have done it upside down. I did do it upside down. Well, we'll pop the bike in because it doesn't, just see how it looks. Had to do it this way instead. That's what happens sometimes. I don't check if you don't check, right? So that looks okay. It's just a lot of greenery and color. I think it'll be okay. One thing about the tacky glue, it does give you a minute to move things, but if it starts to dry, then, you know, it's not going to happen. So that's all right. That'll go, oops, this little piece will go on the front, but it's all going to get covered, so it doesn't matter that it looks ratty the way it is. All right, so it doesn't look too bad. Just looks like a tire up there. I'm okay with that. And plus it'll get covered with whatever you're gonna put into the pocket. So I'm just gonna use my cutter to take an edge off. Let's see, that way I can do it even. Hopefully even. There we go. But I mean, you can pop the pockets at the top. You can do them at the side, or you don't have to do pockets. My first one ended up not being any pockets. So then we have a nice huge pocket there, and then we have a nice big one right there. Okay. So then I'm just going to open it all up, and then this is where you just start. You start your collaging your paper. And I just have, this is from her, one of the summer kits, but I had printed it off a couple of times is what happened. And so, oops, sorry, there's a train. Oh my goodness, it never fails. Never fails. And you can make it as big or as small as you want. If you have pieces, use pieces, right? I'm just going to come there. I'm not going to ink for time's sake. We'll just do it. Make sure I don't do it upside down this time. Some nice butterflies. I want to see some of the envelope as well. I mean, we're using junk mail envelopes, so we might as well make sure they can be, that you know it's a junk mail envelope that we're using. My window is closed, so hopefully the whistle of the train is a little more muted. And I'm putting it right over the crease so that, you know, because if you have it just an edge of a page there, it's always going to pop up. And I don't want that to happen, so I put it right over. Just burnish it down with the glue. There we go. And then you just start filling. Fill in your areas. You can ink it all, of course. You don't have to ink, it's not a requirement. And there's that. And then we have leaves. So it's just filling it in and dressing it up. That's the whole idea of collage, right? And this one I'm just going to tear off. Just like that, and then you just carry on. And these are all, I had printed on the backs of some of them, and excuse me, and some of them were upside down, so that's why I'm using them in this way. See if I can rip some down. Such a skinny area with that white that the ruler, I can't hold the ruler tight enough to fix it. And then that's going to go all the way down. But yeah, grab up all your scraps. You know, you can use book page, music page, magazine pages, dictionary pages. I mean, anything you have, you can use. So you just, yeah, see here, so that's the other side. I'll just grab my ruler, see what I can do here. All right, and then I'm just gonna yeah, there's not too much happening today. We're just gonna take a breath and relax and just hang out together today, I think, and yeah. It's a day of breathing, I guess you could say. I kind of like that little girl rather than the lighter side. Maybe one of the other pieces I'll pop on the back, a lighter side, but I really like that little girl. But sometimes that happens when you have double-sided paper, you know. You like one side, but then when you turn it over, you like the other side even more. So that is so cute. And this one I'm going to pop right over the center there. But yeah, it's just filling in. And this is what takes the time, right? If you're adding full sheets of paper, that might be a bit different. It might not take so much time, but you know, you have the windows that you're cutting around. And let me grab one of my other little ends here. I'm just going to pop that right there. So it's just filling in, doing all that stuff, and then I just have this one little area here. So is it going to be wide enough? Oh yes. Put the ripped edge there. Maybe a little bit left off. There we go. There. Just add a touch of glue there. There wasn't enough. I know I don't like using these tiny little pieces, but there's just a small little spot here. I'm just going to add that in there. And so there we go. So then we're just going to refold just so I can get the crease back. There we go. And so that's looking pretty sweet. Very cute. And then you can do the inside. So I just need to remember the because it's going to fold, not to glue any part of the pocket closed, which is what has ended up happening when I did the first one. Let's see. Am I doing it off the right side? Let me just, yeah, I'll turn it around. I want to see a little edge of the envelope, and I'm going to bring this just to the score line. I want to make sure that the envelopes still close. We don't want anything to hinder it. But yeah, if you have a lot of, if you do digital kits and stuff and you, oh, see, I did it. I did it again. I get chit-chatting and I just, oh boy. You noticed, did ya? Trying to tell me stop. Well, I'm going to just wet it. I know it makes it a little thinner when I wet it, but I'm just going to let it dry for a second. goodness. This one I'm going to put here, the lighter side. Yeah. I don't mean to be scatterbrained today. It's just the way it is, I guess. It's just happening. And then we have this lovely grass with the flowers in it. I'm just gonna take off the ends here. Just like that. Come on, can't pick it up. It's gone. All right. So this one, I'll just pop at the bottom there, and I don't think it goes over the envelope. Almost, not quite. So at this very corner where my thumb is, I won't add any glue until I get it completely down, and then I can tell. Well, I don't know if, because I still have to put something over top of it, but that'll be a long, like one of these perhaps. I still have a few of those little beauties. And I think these will be okay to go over top because it won't be, there won't be a fold in there, so it's not going to pop up, if you see what I mean. It's not going to be right on the edge. So I'm just gonna, we'll see. So there, and then just like that. Oh, that looks like a really nice edge. So now I'm just going to add the glue to the very edge here because I don't want the pocket to get closed up. And I'm going to add it all the way up. And so this, I will add glue to the edges of this one on the opposite side. I know I'm making it more complicated than it should be. So I'm not going to put any glue where the opening of the envelope is. I just did it at the edge of it. And that's just to hold it there. And this is on the edge of the paper that's on the base of the pocket. So it's not going to interfere with it. So I'll show you what I mean. Get it opened here, and then see it's the whole thing is open, which is good. So once that dries, it will stay closed. And then I have just this bit of sunflower left. So I'm going to add that to the top, and then there's no interference. It still closes. And just add some glue, just like that. There we go. So that worked. Yay. I'm gonna try and use my ruler for this. We'll see if I can hold it. Oh yeah. Better than trying to do it with my fingers. So then this one, I'm just going to pop down here. There we go. But these papers are lovely, and they're floral, and they can be fall, they can be spring, summer, whatever. I've just had fall on my mind, and so that's what I did for the first one anyway. Okay, so now I was just making sure the edge here was dry. So I'm going to add glue just along the edge, which is what I should have done in the first place, but I did not. And then glue just the rest of it here. Or you can add glue right to the envelope. And if you don't get your corners, that's okay, because you can come back and do them. All right, so here we go. Now it should work. Fingers crossed it's gonna work. Just all the way. Okay, oh, that one maybe a little something a little thicker maybe, if I have it. There we go. Let's just give it another burnish. And there we go. So this is still wet, of course, but it will dry. And then there's the big pocket. So nice big tags can go in there. You don't have, like I say, you don't have to have pockets for them. And they're very sturdy with the, once you cover them with paper, they're not so flimsy anymore. All right, so I have some words here. Let's just find one. And these are just from the kit. Yeah, I think Homestead is cute. Let's see, before I pop that on, grab another eucalyptus plant. And there's quite a good assortment on here, and I'm just going to add one of them there. They weren't too bad for peeling yesterday, so as I say that, nope, there you go. Sometimes you wonder when you get new stickers if they're actually going to work good or not. So there's that. That's pretty. And then I just have these. I got these from the Dollar Tree, these orange flowers. But I thought they were a great color to use. So I'm just going to add Homestead there. And then we'll add a couple flowers just to bring it out. I think there's 3 different sizes in here, and there's the light orange, and then there's dark orange as well. And there you have that. Quite cute. And then from there you can just keep decorating. You can add in your pockets. Let's see, I just have a couple little things here. I have this sweet little jug with daisies. But I mean, this you can add, and it can be a tuck spot. I remember this is your cover, right? So you can do whatever you want with your cover. But I think I'm going to put this one on the back. and then leave it as a tuck spot. But I'm going to bring the glue up just a little bit because you don't want your stuff to slide out every time you move your journal. So I'm just going to set it there. Oop. It moved. There we go. And then I have a couple of these things, and they can just sit in. There's a little tag. Tag can go inside there. I think I'll just leave that one by itself right now, just till it's dry. And so, excuse me, I didn't even tell you how long my envelopes are. These ones are 9.5 by 4 1/8. So you're going to give yourself a really nice sized tag. So how fun is that? Let me, I'm just going to cut it a little smaller though, because I don't know why. And I'm going to do this by, well, it's 9.5. I'll just do it shy of 9.5, just to show you what it's going to look like to have one in there. And you can use file folder, cardstock. Oh, that one's not even going to fit. That happened to me yesterday trying to figure out. I made sure to cut it a little bigger because it's easy to cut down more so than it is to add if you're not big enough, you know. And so there you go. So it'll have to be skinnier, of course. But oh yeah, it's right to the bottom. But there, and then you can add something on the front of it for a picture, and you'll see the prettiness through the window. So let's just do this. So what is this now? This has ended up, we're at 3.5 now. The height's good, and so there, so it'll fit in. So whatever envelope size you use, it doesn't have to be this one. It can be any size that you want it to be. And then you just do your tags, journaling cards. It doesn't have to be a tag. You can add little booklets inside. You know, you can have a piece of cardstock with a few bits of paper in it as well as your journal on the inside. So there's that. And I just have these last few pages from a kit, and then they'll just go inside. And because it's shorter, if you're folding them your normal way, you can stagger them to give them a different look as well. So if you don't have, you know, the portrait pages, it's okay, because you can just stagger your other ones just like that, and when you sew them in, it'll all be covered, and then you'll have them as long as your journal. So remember that as well, because that's another little way that you can do long journals. All right, but I'm going to leave it there for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And yeah, so I did the one. And then we did this one together. So, all right, love you guys so much, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you to all my new subscribers for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Please leave any comments, questions below in the comment section. I'll put Robin's YouTube name in the description box so that you can go and check her out. And she's coming back. She's restarting her channel again, so I'm so excited to see what she has coming up. She's a lovely Canadian gal. And yeah, so, and thank you again so much for all your prayers. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.